Hey, this is Dr. Barry. Let's chat for a second about which ketogenic foods are highest in potassium. And also, we'll talk for a minute about what potassium is, why you actually need it, where it's kept in the body, etc. Now, if you know anyone who's trying to eat a low carb, high fat, ketogenic diet, please share this with them on their Facebook page, on their Instagram, on their Twitter, on their Vero. Share this with people who need to know because it helps me so much to spread the word. Now, let's talk about potassium, why it's important, and where you can find it on a low carb, healthy fat, or ketogenic diet. So, potassium is a mineral, it's an element, it works as an electrolyte in your body. Approximately 98% of the potassium in your body is inside your cells. Only a very small portion of it is out in the bloodstream at any given time. Your body tightly controls how much potassium is in your serum or your bloodstream because too much or too little can cause problems. Your body's very good at controlling this. If you have normal kidney function, you almost can't eat too much potassium because your body just regulates it. It'll put as much as it needs to inside the cells for storage, and then you will urinate the rest away. The potassium inside your body is very, very important for many, many functions, okay? Mainly for muscle function, but it has many, many other functions in the cell. The way you'll know if you don't have enough potassium is you'll have muscle cramps. You'll wake up in the middle of the night and do the muscle cramp dance. It's no fun to do this dance. It's very painful. And this is your body saying, hey, dummy, feed me more potassium. So potassium is vital for nerves to conduct efficiently. So if you want your brain and your nerves to work very efficiently, you need to feed them plenty of potassium. Your muscle function also is the same way, and hence the cramps. That's kind of your body's signal that you need more potassium. The standard American diet and the modern Western diet in most countries is very low in potassium. And so you can come to a low carb or a ketogenic diet already deficient in potassium. If your doctor checks your potassium level, remember what I said earlier, it's going to be normal. Okay, that does not mean that you don't have a potassium deficiency. Your cells can be very depleted of potassium and your serum level still be normal. So a blood test just isn't the way to do this. You just need to eat more potassium, okay? Your heart is a muscle. Don't forget that. Heart contractility, or your ability for your heart to pump and to push out blood, is hinges upon your potassium content. It's vital for heart health to have plenty of potassium in your diet. There's also research that potassium probably helps to lower blood pressure. There's research that shows it probably helps prevent osteoporosis. It probably helps prevent heart attack and stroke, and it probably helps prevent dementia as well. Potassium is vital for vibrant health. So make sure and eat plenty of the following foods. So here are the 7 foods. Really, some are foods and some are food groups, but I wanted to give you as much information as I can in this little video. So the most famous ketogenic food of all is the avocado, probably, and that's because it has a ton of good potassium in it. An avocado has more potassium than a banana and way less carbohydrates. Now, avocados do have a few carbs, and so watch the carb count, but there's lots of potassium in an avocado. The next is leafy greens. So any leafy green is going to have plenty of potassium, and many of the leafy greens have more potassium than a banana. The brassicas, that's the third one. Broccoli, Brussels sprouts, kale, asparagus, all those guys have lots of potassium and other good nutrients for you, and they're relatively low carb. Several different fish have a goodly amount of potassium. The 3 highest potassium content I could find were cod, halibut, and tuna. All those 3 have good potassium contents and very low carbohydrates. There are 2 nuts that are relatively low carb and have relatively high potassium I wanted to include, and that's Brazil nuts and hazelnuts. Now, if nuts are relatively low carb food compared to your previous snacks, but some nuts, even though they have higher potassium, like almonds, also have higher carbs. So you want to probably limit those unless you're doing well eating your almonds and then continue to do that until you stall. But the two that are the lowest carb are Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, and then pecans are the next. Now, what about meat? Yeah, any red meat, especially the liver of the red meat animal, is going to have plenty of potassium. Liver, typically pork liver, beef liver, even chicken liver have potassium and other vitamins and minerals that you really need. Seafood, other than the fish I mentioned above, clams are a rich source of potassium and they're very low carb. So eat your clams. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, consider clicking the subscribe button. And then there's a little button that looks like a bell right beside the subscribe button. A lot of people don't know what that is, but if you click that, then every time I post a new video, you'll get a notification so you won't miss one. And a lot of people, that matters to them. If you'd like to really join my fight in the terrible way we currently feed citizens of the United States and of the world, you can click on my Patreon link. It's right down below. And you can sign up quickly and throw a buck or two my way to help me have more time to make videos just like this. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.